I am Iron Man. I go for a lot on eBay. Yeah, sorry for all the people missed out. You have to pay hundreds of dollars for me. Way too much on eBay for me. Because I am Iron Man and I am awesome and they're never gonna make me again. What? Are you kidding me? I don't care if I have a better head sculpt and a flame attachment. I should not be reissued. I should have people pay hundreds of dollars over the retail price to give me. What the hell, Hot Toys? Why do you reissue figures? It's not like other companies do, but still, I'm pissed. You had enough bitching? Cause it's my turn. Oh man, it's my time. It's my time. I'm Iron Man. Sorry, but you're fired. Well, it was a blast!
What up, big kids? It's time for your
What up, big kids? Here's your big review of the Iron Man movie Hot Toys Mark 1 version 2.0 1/6 collectible movie figure. Here we got the packaging of the Mark 1. It's in this very cool box sleeve that has some holes that look like, you know, he's built it from the cave. It says Iron Man Mark 1 2.0 Collector's Edition MMS 168. You can see here. One side of the box continues that same look. It says Mark 1 Collector's Edition here. The other side shows like other parts of the Mark 1 armor, like the back of it. The back of the box shows not only the back of the Mark 1, but also has a warning. You might choke on some random parts that might trigger the Jericho missile, so that watch out for that, kids. Once you slip off the box sleeve, you can see it's kind of in this little cart container, or crate, I mean. So it has this cool little texturing all over it, like very bow damaging. I really like that. And it says Stark Industries right there. You'll see that texture continues all the way, minus like same Mark 1, and yeah, just like looks like a giant crate from all sides. What's cool is that it's held together with a magnet so you can open it up. The inside cover has all the designers and people who made the figure, which is very cool. And then the window box is right here, which shows the Mark 1 in his window box in all his glory. Time to get out of the cave and review this figure. And here we got the Mark 1 Armored Iron Man version 2.0. For being a reissue figure, it has some great improvements of a really awesome figure. So let's take a closer look. Hot Toys has released the Mark 1 Armored Iron Man before, but because a lot of people missed out on that one and demanded for a new one, they have released one, not only not a straight up reissue, but it actually has some improvements to the original one. And that one, the big one, is the head sculpt. Now, the armored faceplate looks very nice, has some worn damage, looks like he's built it from spare pieces in a cave from the Jericho missile. You know, like I love the paint apps on the back here, has this really cool metal look, but really the crowning achievement is the new improved head sculpt. Now you lift this up and you can see here vast improvement of Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. Even has more of a beard thing going on compared to the last time. You can see he hasn't shaven for months. You know, it's very nice. I love the eyes, the hair. You can see here the top part even has his brown cloth thing to cover to protect him from the undersuit, I guess. Even the brown cloth right there looks very nice. The head sculpt is quite amazing. The rest of the detail is nothing but short of extraordinary. Has the same detail like, you know, the parts from the missile, like the AFP4. The arc reactor looks stunning. Has all the wires underneath there, and has that brown cloth under jumpsuit. Just like the paint apps and all the rivets and everything they put in there, all the wires, is just short of stunning. Has the little flamethrower right there. You know, like I said, all the wires here. The back here is extraordinary. Like I said, the same thing. It says Stark Industries right there. All of the gas tanks or engine or whatever turbines, or I don't know, like the parts to make the suit going. Look at all that. It has a little push button here for the light feature, which I'll show you here in a bit. But yeah, just all of that detail right here. The paint here is just immaculate. Just all here. He has the open palm hands right here, and he has the LED light here for the little missile that's in there. I'll show more of that. But yeah, all the rust and, you know, coming off of this, just so cool. All the gears. This suit is probably the most intricate suit of all the Iron Man suits, just in terms of how different and how odd shaped. Nothing really matches. Nothing's very symmetrical on here, which is, you know, he had to make this in secret, so of course it can't be all, you know, polished looking. You know, he did. The fact that he made this in a cave is just showed how awesome Tony Stark is. You know, the faceplate right here, the boots right here, underneath here. Yeah, also the other, like I said, I have to show like both sides really good because of all the amount of detail. Yeah, more wires in the back here. Yeah, like wires back there. Just from head to toe, this thing is just quite a masterpiece. Like I said, all the cords in here. I like his butt flap, like all the cords. And when you compare with the first version of the Mark 1, which is on the right here, the 2.0, which is on the left, not that much differences. As you can tell, they're almost identical. Actually, I think this one has a little bit more of a worn out look. This one still has a great worn out look. The proportions on this one look slightly better. Like I said, looks like they did redesign it from the ground up. Like I said, like the ankle pieces right here are definitely different mold. Version 1.0 has a more darker brown gloves, whereas this one has more of the brown, I guess. If you look at it from head to toe from the back, yeah, they're pretty much the same for the most part. My version 1 has a little problem standing at times because of the weight in the knees, but yeah, the backs there, you know, version 1.0, you know, I think the version 2.0 has a little bit darker of that oil leakage or whatever that's supposed to be on the back, and just some very different slight paint apps. Very nice paint apps on the back still, the version 2.0 compared to the 1.0. The cords seem to be slightly different in colors, most noticeably in the back of the left leg. I noticed like there's some yellow going on there where there's no yellow going on there. So just very slight differences, but it's the head sculpts that are the big difference. The head sculpts are like night and day. Hot Toys has greatly improved upon them. When I reviewed this, like this was at the time the best Tony Stark head sculpt, but ever since then, like the mech suit Tony Stark and the Mark IV Iron Man and everything, I mean, wow, look at that. I mean, that is definitely a way better head sculpt. Looks way more realistic, way more like Robert Downey Jr. This one, you can see it, but yeah, it's definitely like great improvement. Articulation, of course, just like the original Hot Toys Mark 1 I reviewed, this is not as articulated as other ones because of, just like in the movie, it's really hard for him to move in this. So, but his head can fully rotate if you desire and go up and down. Really nice range of motion head side to side. His arms actually can't really fully rotate because of the cords, but they can go up pretty high here. You know, for the most part, you just have to kind of be careful, move around. They can go in and out a little bit. They do rotate at the bicep, and they have the separate piece right here, so you can do that. It's just a little hard. Like I say, he's not going to be the most posable in this armor. He does have a single joint because of the available articulation because of these parts hit each other. His wrists do fully go in and out and rotate. He does have waist articulation, a little bit side to side, and go forward and back. His legs do go forward a little bit and back, in and out a little bit, rotate the other part of the leg. They do, he has these little hinges here for parts of the armor that go forward and back, so that's really cool for the armor to do that. And they do bend single joint because of the way it's made, but his ankles do pivot forward and back. They do fully rotate for the most part, and ankle pivot side to side. So for what it is, he does have quite a bit of articulation. Now there's a couple of features that the Mark 1 has. On both hands you can kind of bring the shield a little bit forward. Not that much of a feature, but it's cool that you can do that. So kind of bring this forward. You can do that on the other side. You can bring this forward. On this left forearm, just like in the movie and just like the original version 1.0, the Mark 1, you can actually lift this up here and you can bring out a little missile rocket here that actually pops out. You just hide it back in to fold it back in, but that's a really cool feature. I do like that a lot. And there's a little button on the back for the lighted feature for the chest and left forearm. The battery pack's hidden nicely away in this little gasket right here to replace it. You just press it and you can see here the chest lights up a nice bright blue, and there's a nice red LED light So very cool. I like that the lineup feature is still there. Now the Mark 1 comes with a few accessories. He comes with instructions on how to replace the batteries, how to do the little forearm things, and put on the mask and the flame attachment. He comes with a total of 4 hands, either 2 open palm hands or 2 fisted hands. Not that much in choices of hands, but you know, that's all you really need. It also comes with extra wrist pegs in case you break them. Now he comes with this flame attachment. It looks pretty damn awesome. If you got the Hot Toys Ghost Rider, you know how Hot Toys does flame. It's in this translucent plastic. The way you put this on, you just simply remove the right hand, and you has this little indent for her. You can see her how cool the flame looks attached to him on there. You can see the way that it's put on there. It actually has a little thing, so this part right here, you gotta be careful because it will move it a little bit. So I just be really careful how you have this so it doesn't, like, you know, remove this little part of the armor. So, but it has that little indent right here to keep this kind of in place. This last accessory is this really nice display stand that represents like how it was in the Escaping the Cave for the Mark 1. It has the missile, Jericho missile, it says Stark Industries, has little gun parts and little sand pieces with adjustable cradle. Very nice little stand, very nice detail. Wow, Stark, this was your old armor. You called me old-fashioned. Speaking of which, you're not looking like yourself at all, Cap. Looks like something is missing. I feel like you need to get your flame on. Hot, 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 hot. Tony, I'm hot. Speaking of which, your sister is hot. Is she single? Size comparison time. So here you can see the Mark 1 version 2.0 is pretty much the same size as its version 1.0, and see how much compared to other Hot Toys figures like Batman, it's a little bit smaller, but you know that makes sense because of, you know, Batman's ears. And you can see how much it is compared to the Mark 6 6-inch Iron Man. If you missed out on the first version of the Mark 1, you're a big Iron Man fan and have to have all the armors from the movie, you definitely got to pick out this one. Not only has Hot Toys greatly improved upon the head sculpt from the original Mark 1 version, they also have given us a cool flame attachment, a cool base. They gave us incentive to buy this for people like me that had it, because I wanted to have one that could show off the head sculpt and have a cool like little balancing, whereas the other one I want to put like a little hall of armor. Like I said, even if you had the original one, like I do, this version is way better in the improvements they made, in the detail in the head sculpt and the little accessories. I love the light up chest and forearm that they have still. The articulation seems a little bit tighter on this one, which I like too. I said some people were upset that they re-released this, but I don't see why, because for people that wanted a better one, they got it, and for people that missed out, they got it too. I got this from AlterEgoComics.com, which I want to thank them for this. Unfortunately, I think it's sold out at the moment. There might be some extras showing up there, but if you find this guy, he was like about 185. And if you can find him for about 200, even 250, I say get him. He'll be well worth it for your Iron Man collection. Especially this version is even better than the original one. And I think Hot Toys detail on this one is just superb. And like I said, all the cool little features on this is just definitely have it if you're an Iron Man fan. I highly recommend it. For more geek news, reviews, and more, check out bkbn.net. I'm Sean Long. Remember, celebrate your gnome in a big way. Say to the immortals, if you love Hot Toys, Sideshow collectibles, replicas, and more, visit thy AlterEgoComics.com. They take these things that you mortals called PayPal and major credit cards. You can do thy pre-orders. Hey Thor, speaking of hot, do you want a donut? Stupid mortal, I want thy Slurpee! Go to bkbn.net. Go to bkbn.net. Go to bkbn.net. I tell you to go now. Iron Man, you're a joke. You look like you're wearing pieces of my old tumbler. What kind of billionaire vigilante will wear that crap? Doesn't even come in black. Batman, I think you need to lighten up. Ha ha ha. Scarecrow already did this to me. Your jokes are not even original. Do you even care that you're on fire right now? Of course I'm on fire. I'm Batman.